Well, hello there, everybody. So I thought I'd get on here and do a live update with you. I've been in New York on Long Island for a couple weeks now, and it's been a pretty amazing trip all around. I had an instructorship training for the Village of East Hampton with Jason Bruner, so he completed that process. But honestly, he was already pretty good. He didn't really need much coaching. Pretty much no coaching at all, honestly. So he's kind of a ringer for it. There was a tragedy during the training where one of the students' brothers lost their life in the ocean, from what we believe to have happened. And there was a search that was going on during that time that just recently, it hasn't ceased, but it's slowed down a little bit. So you'd say a few prayers for Lucas, for his physical remains to come back for the family. It would be really helpful for them. So I'd appreciate it if you could keep them in your prayers. The weather's been really interesting. I don't know if you can see out the window here, but it's a little foggy. It's actually, that's kind of a nice view, huh? Let's put that over there. I'll move the chair a little bit. Yeah, so it's a little bit foggy, but wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. This is a really nice canal. One of the things I've seen here being on Long Island is that these are people of the water. They love the ocean and fishing. And everybody has a really nice boat, especially the Grady whites, lots of those here, which is nice. I just completed another video with a really great guy, Andrew, that works for a company out of Oregon, and they make custom mobile systems for law enforcement, military, public safety agencies, and also recreational people. You should check them out. Look up on the internet, rpadvancedmobilesystems.com, and check out their product. They basically took up the Sea-Doo SAR project after it was postponed or canceled, and they basically took the product, redeveloped it, formatted it for a kit that you can purchase with a pontoon that goes around 3/4 of the craft on the bottom line, and it makes a really stable platform. I think it's an excellent platform for people who are involved heavily in swiftwater and flood rescue work. I think this is a really great solution for those public safety agencies. So check them out. I'll put a link in the information below that you could go to their website, see what they've got going. It's very interesting, the weather, isn't it? It's foggy. It's been raining here in Long Island and New York. And I've been getting reports from my colleagues all over the country, like in Washington, D.C. Weather's pretty similar. California, it's been seasonally cooler. So I would say get ready for a pretty active winter, and no time like now to go through your personal protective equipment and your boats and make an inventory of what products that you need, maintenance issues that you need to resolve, or new purchases, and try to stockpile as much of the maintenance items that you can for your PPE, your trailers, your totes, and your rescue watercraft. It's getting harder to source stuff. Certainly on my trip out here, it was really difficult because I had a trailer issue, and there was no place to go and get parts. Yeah, no place to go. Everybody said basically you have to order stuff. And I was in transit, so I couldn't sit around and wait 2 to 3 days for parts to show up. So that was really kind of a new struggle, post shutdown worldwide. The world is different now, and adapting to that means we really need to focus on having supplies on hand. So make a list and get after that. Hang on, I'm going to say something here. Coming by. There's actually a chat here. I'm going to be doing more of these live videos with my travels. Once I leave Long Island here, I'll be heading back to the West Coast, doing a couple stops en route, and have some requests to head on over to Washington. And I have a lot of friends there. So colleagues, actually. I'm going to try and turn my phone off so nobody calls me during this brief discussion. There you go. Power off. That's me. So it's been a really good trip in a lot of ways. I've been able to hang out with some just amazing professionals, and the lifeguarding, regionally is very specific to the type of waterways that people have. The water launching, the infills and the exfills, the egress, getting out to the water and back to shore is very difficult here on Long Island because of the nature of the terrain. There's a pretty steep shore break with a steep berm right now. There hasn't been very much surf, really. It's pretty mild. And then we've had 2 storm systems down south that kind of fizzled out and didn't really gain momentum into hurricane force that was sustained in terms of water movement and wind movement. So far, it's been a really kind of quiet month, but now we're moving into July and we're coming up to the nation's celebration of independence. So we'll see what's coming up in the next 2 weeks and what kind of activity that we're going to get. With K38, we're certainly drumming up right now to put together a disaster response team. Most of you have been following K38 for a while, know that we do respond to disaster zones where there's pretty significant flood events. So we are going to be putting a team together, focusing more towards the end of August, September, in case there's a deployment around that time. And what we're going to be responding to, of course, is going to be flood events that have sustained flood damage, inundation that is standing a little bit longer, so that our efforts will actually be applicable, and we're just not going to be turning and burning gas and not really being effective or supporting in a helpful mode. So having an idea of, what that looks like. My good friend David Pau has always been our go-to for the water and the weather reporting, and he's most excellent with that. So we've been looking at the patterns, and you can see it's kind of dreary outside, but that's okay. It's kind of nice to have the cool temperatures, and actually I kind of prefer it myself. So I came out here with 2 Kawasaki STX 160X jet skis, and I had the Life Sled TADS, towable aquaplane devices that we trained with. The Village of East Hampton has a really good internal rescue watercraft program. They are going through an audit right now that I'm conducting for them and updating some of their program management. And I'm really impressed that they have taken this upon themselves to focus more on their public service on such a high level. I've trained with them and other surrounding agencies out here on Long Island prior, and great people out here, hardy people, and I like the attitude. Oh, it's definitely regional attitude. It's not like Southern California. We all have our little personality regions. And out here, people just get stuff done. They just get right to it. They have a short season that most lifeguarding does. It's basically the summer season, right? And they have Yamaha wave runners that they're working with, and they have a really great community support with what they're doing. It's nice to see what other departments are doing and how they're managing their programs, and to take a look at their equipment. They have a new watercraft right now, so they're starting off on a good leg with this program. And they have a really strong internal asset, which is they have participated in the K38 in-house instructorship program. So now they have an in-house instructor, and none better than Jason, because he's been around the watercraft for so many years and he's pretty intuitive with it and his watermanship skills. So, if they have something coming, they're going to do pretty darn good with their recent training. I hung around and watched the in-house training that Jason put on post certification, and yeah, I'm really impressed. They're just a great group of people, and I had 2 young women in this class, which is a pretty interesting arrangement because we don't really get a lot of females in the rescue watercraft community worldwide, not in terms of the statistical amount comparable to the male counterparts. So it was really nice to have two females in this class, and they're young ladies, Lucy and Georgica. They're just really, oh, I said Georgica. There's a street named Georgica. I remember that because I turned down that Georgia, and they're really good. I really enjoyed working with them. They inspired me greatly. I was thinking about when I first started in the jet ski racing when I was young, back at around their age, and how exciting that was. And now I'm, 62 years old now, looking back at these young people doing and getting the jet ski fever that we had, but they're doing it in a rescue mode, which is much more finer because it's a heavier weight, bigger burden to carry. So it was really nice working with these two young ladies and their enthusiasm, and they actually were really good. And I was watching them going, my God, they're nailing those Johnny B's, and there's not like they need a second and third attempt. Like they were spot on immediately, and it was quite noticeable. So I was very proud of that. Not like I can take credit for their behaviors, but it was really, really nice. And the class in Morro Bay, Alex was in that class, and she's just as sporty and determined, and it just reminds me of a younger version of myself way back in the day. So it was very exciting to see these young ladies in this last class. And then the one before that, more women in that class. So this is already turning out to be a pretty fantastic year for female participation. The South Pacific County Technical Rescue Team had a lot of females on their team of a lot of different ages. Really inspirational. And man, how lucky am I? I get to work with these outstanding women. So it's quite a wonderful and amazing experience for me. And also getting to go around the country and see all these different programs and to work with all the different watercraft that these agencies are using. There's a few things I'm a bit concerned about, though. What I'm seeing out in social media is some of you people need to slow it down a little bit. You're driving a little too fast for the job. I know it's exciting and it's a personal watercraft, but when you're in your rescue mode and training mode, just slow it down a little bit. You really want to focus on this concept that I've said for many years, and most people abuse it and misrepresent it, which is slow as pro. But it's not slow as pro. That's not the slogan. The slogan relates to a behavior, and what it is it's slow as pro at point of contact. So the point of contact is what you're looking for. Slow down a little bit and focus more on your training goals. You always look at what is your objective. Well, it's the point of contact. That's the most important part with the ending. So I'm going to encourage all of you to slow it down just a little bit and get to know the boat a little bit better and focus on technical ability and get off that throttle. We don't need throttle jockeys. We need technical, professional powerboat operators or powercraft operators. So, pay attention to what I'm saying because I care about your reputation and it's going to serve you really well. Trust me on that. So another thing, I've had a lot of really wonderful conversations and discussions with people in the rescue watercraft, water rescue field lately. And we've had our programs that we've been running since May, which is our projects called Project Oracle, Project Labyrinth, and Project Kratos. And those three projects are basically conversations that we've designed built around different community use. I would encourage you to stay plugged in with our Instagram account and look at our updates in terms of having these Zoom meetings and get your butt in there and attend these Zoom meetings. You don't want to miss these. If you need advice or have a question, there's a lot of variety of expertise from a lot of outstanding professionals, and they're there. They've been there, done that. And if you have a question or a concern, they're the people you want to get the answer from. Not just myself, but from the community that participates. So, and it's no bullshit answers. These are not rescue fashion, as I say it. These are the things in terms of determinations that will protect your reputation, keep you safe, and maintain your rescue watercraft properly. So check us out and stay connected and follow us. You don't want to not do that, not in this day and age. It's late in the hour, and it's time for all of us to elevate our community and do it in fellowship together. No silos. Silos aren't going to work in this community. A lot of people that are in these discussions, or what I call conversations, they're there to help. And they're the helpers. They're the people that have a lot of understanding of the risk and have lived it and can define it. They're not looking to recreate those problems. So join us. You won't be sorry if you do that. So with that, I'm going to go make myself some dinner. I want to thank Sean for hosting me, and Jason. And I'm going to be seeing my sister soon. And it's been a tremendous trip out here to Long Island. It's been just fantastic. The lifeguard division at Village of East Hampton has been so good to me, and to the training and to their staff. And I commend them. And Jimmy Minardi, oh my God, his entrance into the first day of the K38 Rescue Watercraft course is something I'm never going to forget. Oh my God, this guy's a treasure. And Spencer, thanks for all your support. And Zach, I'm praying for you and sending you love. And Drew, thanks a lot for getting the course together and supporting Jason and his instructorship. It's very important what he's doing, and I'm very proud of him and his efforts. And I'm forgetting people, but that's okay. You know who you are. I will be seeing you guys on our next meeting. Thanks for checking in, and God bless you all and keep you safe. Safety means danger, so be very careful out there. God bless you guys. Love you. Bye.